So, how's it going?
Chat! Chat, hello! Welcome to the first ever episode of FNAF-PARDY with your host, Rye Toast with the Toast. So chat, I understand this is a bit of a strange format. You will not be on screen, but I can see you. And YouTube, hello! This will definitely be a video on the second channel. I hope you all are excited. I have some lovely people here today with some lovely FNAF trivia. We will be going through the way this kind of works. Let me just, I guess, yeah, let's introduce our guest, shall we? Yeah, let's get some hype in the chat. All right, I guess it's about time that we'll introduce our guests. So let me hop over here. Our first guest on the left, we have David Barron. Go ahead and say hi to the chat.
Hello. Hi, it's me. I'm the frog.
Our second, any words of advice, any chatters out there today, David?
Stay on drugs, don't do school.
Heard. Thank you and appreciated. Our next contestant is ID's Fantasy. Go ahead and say hi to the chat.
Hello.
And
It was much funnier than I expected.
we got some pretty good advice, so now that we have that advice, what should we do about it?
That's a good question. Maybe rearrange some of the words in there, and then you'll be good to go.
What? I don't think.
All right, so we've rearranged our words, but before we do, Hyperdroid, say hello to the chat.
Hello, chat. How you going?
They are doing pretty well. We've rearranged our words, and now that we've done that, what's the life lesson we should take away, Hyper?
I forgot what the message was.
And that's what we call loosening up the old gears. I will say, if I did this correctly, I don't know if their links are in the description. They should be. But if I formatted this correctly, you should be able to click on their usernames in the title, and that should bring you to their channels, respectively. I believe I did that right. I'm going to double check to make sure I did that right now. I'm mousing over.
Drum roll.
Yes, that is a clickable link. So chat, their links are all in the title of the video, not even in the description, right up at the tippy top. They're all wonderful people and you should follow them, but today we are focused on something else. Now, chat, you can kind of see the board, but it's very small on your screen right now. I'm going to share the board for our guests now. They are seeing it for the first time, but if you have not seen how this game typically works, well, you haven't. This is the first time ever I've invented this, clearly. This is essentially a trivia game show. So we'll start with who most recently went to the bathroom? Doing this Cards Against Humanity style.
I mean, I just got out of the shower.
That counts. We'll start with ID. And
Okay.
essentially,
Okay.
we'll be going around, and someone will pick a question off of the board, which we will get to. And then anyone has a chance to buzz in and answer that question. If they get it correctly, they get that amount of money. If they get it incorrectly, they lose that amount of money. Now, we're not playing for actual money. I'm not made of that. There's a lot of big numbers on this board.
Wait, we're
nice
not?
try. We are playing for the coveted and much sought after bragging rights. So
Oh.
maybe if this stream does well enough and we continue to do these down the line, we'll have real prizes. But for now, it's just bragging rights.
Like what
So
I can
let's
get.
go. Yeah, so let's go over the categories we have today. So we have for round one, the name game. This will be descriptions of characters, and you have to give us the name of that character in the franchise. Buttons and toes. This is a bit more technical, more visual. It kind of goes over specific designs of specific characters. A piece of the pie. This is real world pizza trivia, just about actual pizza. The next category, Fandomania. It's as explanatory. It's all fan-based projects. And finally, well, technically, this is all technical aspects of the games.
Ooh.
So we will start with, like we mentioned, and I'll have these scores tracking as we go. But like I mentioned, we'll start with ID since you very technically went to the bathroom last. So ID, looking at the board, what would you like to pick for first question?
The name game for 300.
Sure, we'll start off strong. So, like I said, the way chat, you didn't hear this, but the way this website works is a 3-second delay until the buzzers are live. Feel free to cut me off when I read the question. I'll be reading the answer, and you have to give me the question. I will not accept it if it is not in question format. So keep that in mind. For 300, the name gay. Friend of Mike Schmidt, fellow security guard, wants to borrow a copy of Dream Theory. Okay, so I have Potato first. I believe Potato was Hyper, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Hyper, what was your, go ahead.
Who is Jeremy? Oh, wait. Who is Fritz Smith? Wait. Oh, no.
I'm
Wait,
sorry, we're going to have to move on to ID. ID, what was your answer for this?
Who is Jeremiah?
That is correct. Who is Jeremiah was the answer we were looking
So
for. So we'll go ahead
close.
and adjust our point totals. It's totally fine.
I forgot it's called Jeremiah, not Jeremy.
And
Was an on.
Yeah, you got the. It's not Jeremy, but
oh wait, hold on. That's not why. Hold on. I mixed up my text documents. Don't worry, it's fine, chat. Don't worry about it. Give me a second. We're learning. Okay, so wait, that's huh? Okay, hold on. So if that's there, you need to go there. You need to come here.
Oh my gosh, I'm $300 richer. Let's go.
Not anymore.
Man.
This is Chad, if you couldn't tell, this is a bit of a learning experience. So what happens if I change this text document?
I could have bolted with the cash.
Okay, that was correct. And if I change this text document, nothing changed. Love that for me. So that means you need to be adjusted. Properties. You need to read, yeah, you're reading the wrong text file. There we go. That's all right. We can always come back from where we're at, but we are learning. Yes, we are. I'm just going to do this. Okay. So, since you got the correct answer, you can choose the next question on the board.
Oh.
So we will go back to the board.
okay.
Go ahead and pick another question.
Buttons and Toes 200.
Buttons and toes for 200. Again, anyone can buzz in and anyone can cut me off whenever you feel like it. This feature is on the withered animatronics, but was seemingly removed when renovated into their FNAF. Go ahead, ID.
What are buttons?
Let's see it. What are buttons? That is correct for 200.
I have an entire YouTube short about this.
Let me adjust that to adjust that score. It takes a second for me to catch up because I have to do this manually. All right. So, back to the board. Go ahead and pick another question.
Okay, Fandomania 300. Get some variety in here.
Fandomania 300. The question is, this FNAF fan game has the most views on its Game Jolt page. Going once. Going. Oh, I see David first.
5 Nights at Candy's?
Oh, that's not the button I
yeah.
meant to hit. That's not the button I meant to. That's not the button I meant to hit. I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button, chat.
Well,
Hold on. What was the
So-
joy of creation story mode?
I'm guessing no one's getting the points for that one.
Yeah, that's my bad. Sorry about that. But because of that, because we'll say no one got that one, the choice for the next question goes back to you, ID. Sorry about that.
All right. Buttons and Toes 500.
Buttons and Toes 500. Get ready for this one. The hardest one I could think of for this. This animatronic has 2, then 3, and then 4 toes in FNAF 1, 2, and 4, respectively. I see Hyper.
Who is Chica the chicken?
Sorry, that is not correct.
No.
David.
Who is Foxy?
That is the answer we were looking for.
Yeah!
Unfortunately, Nightmare Chica, I believe, has 3 toes.
I completely forgot how many toes
Wow.
normal Chica had. I'm like, Foxy has a weird looking feet. It's probably
Foxy,
him.
Chica does have 2 toes. in FNAF 1. That is correct, but the rest of that statement was incorrect, unfortunately.
I totally guessed that, by the way. I just thought of who had 2 toes in FNAF 1. I have no idea how many toes he has in other games.
All right, so that
Same.
is David, your choice on the next
Let's
question.
go! Well, technically for 300.
Sure, let's get it out of the way. The first FNAF game to have actual in-game 3D models. David.
FNAF. Oh, what is FNAF AR?
I'm going to have to check the release dates for a second. That is not what we have written, but I might give that to you.
I think it was before Hope Wanted?
Well, I wouldn't say that just in case you're wrong and then someone else can swoop in.
Well, it's obvious at that point.
So I have FNAF AR as November 25th, 2019, and FNAF Help Wanted as May 28th, 2019. So I'm going to have to say no to you and ID.
Wait, what did he answer?
He
I don't
answered AR.
Okay. What is help wanted?
What is Help Wanted? All right, let's go back to our I got to I opened a window, so I got to close that real quick. Okay, so we have you. That was 300. Adjust that. And unfortunately, it was a good guess. That was the second one to Special Delivery was the second one, but unfortunately, not the first. So ID, back to you. Go ahead and pick your next question.
What is the name game 500?
Name game for 500. Assistant manager for the Emporium, acquired Plush Trap Chaser, only confirmed LGBTQ character in FNAF.
What?
Got 5 seconds. Going once. Going twice. The answer was... who is Tanya? Oh, just missed it, unfortunately.
That's what I'm saying. Who is Tanya?
I have zero recollection
Never
of this
heard this
individual.
character in my life.
Now, chat,
What?
I do need to specify. I need to specify a very important thing here. I said confirmed. I agree with you, chat. Freddie and Bonnie are boyfriends. Chica is a lesbian. Roxy is trans. I agree with you. But we're talking confirmations here. And there's one written confirmation of a gay character in the entirety of FNAF, and it is Tanya, the assistant manager at the Emporium. But with that, since that was tossed up, I believe we are back to ID. So go ahead and pick your next question.
Okay. Name game 400.
Name game for 400. Composer for Sister Location, Ultimate Custom Night, and Freddy in Space 2. We have ID.
Who is Leon Riskin?
That's what we're looking for. All right, let me adjust some scores here. You are...
That one tripped me up, because I thought he did FNAF 6 too. I thought it might have been someone different.
He might have. I know he
I
at
think he
least did
did.
those 3.
I just know he did these ones specifically.
Yeah, I didn't want to overextend because I was worried that like I would be like, oh, everything after Sister Location, and that would be wrong. You know what I mean?
That got me tripped up. I thought it was someone else.
So we are back on the board. ID.
Buttons and Toes 400.
Buttons and Toes for 400.
I feel like these are the categories.
This minigame sparks a lot of debate due to the design of the animatronics within Hyper. I see your buzzer.
Follow me.
What is Follow
What is
Me?
Wait,
I know
Oh.
that because of ID's fantasy.
wait.
Let me
Did
adjust-
you say the what is?
I did after. I said the...
Oh, I couldn't hear with all the laughter. I'm sorry. That's a great call. Did you say what is? Be real with me.
I said follow me and then immediately mumbled and said, oh wait, what is follow me after that?
I'll give everyone one. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that's your warning. But you are climbing back up,
Out of
and
the
it is
depth of
Hyper
debt.
on the board. Let me swap back to the screen. Pick your question.
Well, technically 200.
Well, technically for 200. The engine that the majority of early FNAF games was made within. David,
What is Click Team Fusion?
we'll give it to you. We are looking for, and you know, I wasn't being too specific, but technically Click Team Fusion 2.5. But we'll take that. We'll take that. You know, we'll be generous. Well, you know, what's you know. That was for 200. So let me adjust you. David, the board is yours.
Ooh. What is Actually, what
We don't say what is yet.
what is a piece of the pie? I actually don't remember what that one was.
That was
yeah.
the real world pizza.
Oh, that's
trivia.
real pizza stuff.
That's actual pizza.
Oh, that.
What is piece of the pie for 500?
Oh, we're going straight for it. Good
Oh, yeah.
luck.
I mean,
Oh.
might as well have to eventually.
Alright.
This city in Italy is where the first recorded pizzas were made. The specific city in Italy. 5 seconds. Going.
I'm waiting for someone else to
once.
take it.
Going. It's a big risk.
Screw it.
Oh, we've got David.
Complete guess by things that. What is Naples?
What is Naples? Is
genius!
the correct answer. Wow.
Yeah.
Off the
Dang,
dome.
congratulations.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, my
All
pizza!
right. No, the pizza knowledge. The rest of that category might treat you
Yeah.
well. Speaking of, it's your board, David.
Ooh, all right. Fandomania for what is 400?
Sure. In Five Nights at Candy's Remastered, it's the animatronic who's staring at allows you to access the secret night. David,
What is a rat?
we'll give it to you. It's what is the
Yeah.
rat, technically, but, we'll give
yeah.
it to you. So that was for 400.
I'm getting big.
David, the board is yours.
What is Fandomania for what is 500?
All right. Besides Security Breach, which version of the core 4 animatronics make no appearance in the glitched attraction? Specifically, the core 4 animatronics. Going once. Going twice. Oh, we have Hyper.
I'm gonna guess the nightmare animatronics. What is the what is the?
I
Nightmare
gave you your
animatronic?
one. We are moving
Damn
on
it.
to IDs.
I was gonna say, what are the Phantom animatronics? I don't know.
Unfortunately, Phantom animatronics do make an appearance in the game.
I have
Moving
no-
on to David.
What is the blacklight animatronics?
Sorry, we were actually looking for the Nightmare
Oh,
animatronics. Although
What do you mean?
all Nightmare Fredbear, Nightmare Balloon Boy, and Nightmare Annette are in there.
And that's why it's not the core 4.
Nightmare Freddy, Foxy, Chica, or Bonnie do not appear.
That's not true.
When do they appear, David?
Nightmare Bonnie's at the end of the game when you run out of time.
I'm gonna have to fact check that because I've never heard that before.
I would know. I did the 100% run. Had to get jump scared by him.
Well,
If that's true, I'll wipe that slate clean. So where is this?
If you run out of time, or when you actually beat the game or leave in the closet, he chases you out.
Huh. Well, you know what? We'll wipe that slate clean. No one loses points on that. That was a good save. That's my bad. Look, chat, we admit our mistakes here, and sometimes I'm big dum-dum, and I do as much research as I can in 4 days. So we'll just wipe that one clean. And for the save, I guess, David, will have the board go to you.
Yeah.
So go ahead and pick the next question.
What is technically for what is 400?
I like you covering your bases to make sure you never forget what it is. So for 400, a key combination that can skip dialogue in sister location. David,
What is Control S?
that's what we're looking for.
Let's go!
So that was for 400. David, you're bored.
What is technically for what is 500?
Big number. It is the highest score possible within Ultimate Custom Night. 5 seconds on it. Oh, David.
What is 11,400?
Fortunately, that's not what I found. Hyper.
What is what is 10,600? or
That
800?
is the number I was looking
yes.
for from the 50-20. At least I watched a 50-20 run and they got 10-600. So I assume like that's probably it, right?
Yeah,
So, and just like that, from the dead, Hyper, you're no longer in the negatives anymore.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Coming back.
So we're all on the board, chat. Speaking of the board, Hyper, it's yours. Go ahead and pick your next question.
The name game 200, I reckon.
A night guard at Freddy's, or a victim of the MCI, or ID.
Who is Jeremy?
That's what we're looking for. This name pops up so goddamn much in the franchise. And chat, you didn't see that typo on the question. It wasn't there. Stop lying to yourself. Anyway, ID, it's your board.
Buttons and toes for 300.
Buns and Toes 300. This is the number of toes DJ Music Man has if we count all of his hands as feet. ID.
36?
That's not the answer we're looking for, unfortunately. David.
30. What is 30?
Not quite. Going once, going twice. The answer we're looking for was 24. He has 6 4-fingered hands. So if he walks,
4-fingered hands.
but he walks on them, so like they're kind of feet, you know.
For some reason, my
thought he
brain
had
decided,
5.
yes, 4 times 6 is 36, right? No. No, it's not.
I mean, it's close.
I
So
thought he
that's
had
300
5
away
hands.
from ID and David. So that would be, I guess, back to the person who picked it, which was ID. So ID, you have the board.
All right. Name game 100.
Name game for 100. The purple guy, the corpse in the spring trap, or the man behind the slaughter. David, I saw that buzzer.
Who is William Afton?
I'm sorry, we're looking for Vincent. No, yeah, that was William Afton. Do not worry. Do not worry. David, the board is yours.
Ooh.
Nope, what happened? What did I do? Cancel. I Control S on the web page instead of the Notepad document.
You're
So
trying
it tried to
skip
print as
dialogue,
a
I see.
PDF. All right, there we go.
What is a piece of the pie for what is 300?
This pizza ingredient is 94% water. David.
What is the dough?
Unfortunately, that's not what we're looking for.
Dang it.
ID.
What is pizza sauce?
Unfortunately, pizza sauce is not 94% water.
Okay.
Going once, going twice. The specific answer we needed was a tomato.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Close, but tomatoes are they're in the
I-
sauce, but like so is spices and stuff.
I just remember the sheer amount of water I had to put into the sauce while I was making it when I worked at Little Caesars.
Chat, you heard it here first. Little Caesars waters down their pizza sauce. You heard it here
Good to
first.
know.
This is correct. And that's not a bad thing, honestly. If it wasn't, it's super thick if you don't add the water.
That's fair. But with that, I guess that would go back to piece of the pie. David, you picked that correct?
Uh-huh.
So, David, the board is yours.
What is Fandomania for what is 200?
The second most viewed FNAF fan song on YouTube. Going once. Oh, Hyper.
What is the Living Tombstones FNAF 2 song?
That is correct. Five Nights
Oh.
at Freddy's 2.
I did not actually think that was the case.
Number 1 is Five Nights at Freddy's. Number 2 is Five Nights at Freddy's
Wow,
2.
they have
Dude.
both.
Now, I will say, number 3, only 40 million behind, which they're all in the like 300 million, so that's pretty close, is Join Us for a Bite.
That's what I thought was number
Huh.
2. I was thinking of saying that.
It's between those two. So that was 200. Let me adjust that score for you. And the board is yours.
Well, technically for 100.
Well, technically for 100, the FNAF game that has the fastest speedrun in the franchise. Hyper.
What is FNAF 1? Surely.
Fortunately not. David.
What is FNAF Security Breach?
That's what we're looking for by 2
Yeah.
minutes.
Really?
So I believe it was the Vanessa endings or the Vanny ending speed run. I believe it's right now 5 minutes long, something like that.
Technically,
Oh,
if you do the save glitch where you don't like load a save at the beginning of your run and then you fall out of bounds, you'll respawn where your last save was, which could be right outside the Vanny ending, so it could be under a minute.
I will say, important note here: the second fastest speedrun in the franchise is not in Security Breach, but rather FNAF World.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's speedy.
Okay, so adjust that.
I am not a
score
speedrunner.
and adjust this score. All right, but David, the board is yours.
What is Fandomania for what is 100?
This is the full title of the project for Scott Cawthon to fund fan games and make them official games. David.
What is the Fazbear Fanverse Initiative?
That's what we're looking for, the Fazbear
Yeah!
Fanverse Initiative. I always forget Fazbear, so I was wondering if I trip somebody up with that.
Nah, I always remember my boy Freddy.
Canon, David Barron, is friends, personally, with Freddy Fazbear.
I am.
Go ahead and pick your next question, David.
What is a piece of the pie for what is 400?
All right, last 400 question. This single ingredient is officially required by the FDA to label something as just pizza. Going once. Oh, David.
What is pizza/tomato sauce?
It is tomato sauce.
Yeah!
Yeah.
No respect
apparently,
for my no sauce pizzas.
I love white pizza, but technically, according to the FDA, you cannot call white pizza just pizza. You have to specify it, or else it is false advertising.
Huh.
Which is wild to me. But especially because, like, you'd think dough or cheese would be on, at least dough. But if
you just have
dough
pizza
with.
sauce, can you call it a pizza?
I think the FDA requires a base, but it does not require that base to be made of a dough.
Okay.
So as long as it's like I know
Cardboard.
Sometimes when cardboard,
Perfect.
I could go for it.
Cardboard
When
and
my
pizza sauce.
when my
Put the
wife
pizza
and I were
sauce on
trying
the
to
plate,
like,
now it's a pizza.
I mean, kinda, right? When my wife and I were trying to like try out some different recipes at home, we took grilled chicken and like pressed it down and used that as a base. Tastes great, not pizza, but technically, legally, you could call it pizza.
It is so funny to me.
David, the board is yours.
Yeah. What is buttons and toes for what is 100?
Buttons and toes. Except for Funtime and Nightmare Freddy, every iteration of Freddy Fazbear has this many toes per foot. ID.
What is 3?
That's what we're looking for. Yeah, it turns out Nightmare and Funtime have 4 toes.
Interesting.
Every
I
single
just
other
know
one has
base
3.
Freddy has 3, and as such, therefore.
True. All right, so ID, you're bored.
Piece of the pie 200.
Piece of the pie 200. Ironically, Hawaiian pizza was first invented in this country. David.
What is Canada?
That's what we're looking for. Those motherfuckers invented Hawaiian
we did
pizza.
this to you guys.
Hey, my hot take that I've been scared to post to Twitter, I do unironically really like Hawaiian pizza. I think it's really solid.
I am
Fair
personally
enough.
mildly traumatized by having to put pineapple and pepperoni on pizzas frequently while at Little Caesars.
I would
So-
argue pineapple and pepperoni is terrible. It needs to be like a nice ham.
I tried to slice when someone didn't pick up their pizza that they had ordered, and it was interesting.
Well, going back to David, you're bored. I'll pick for you actually. I think we're gonna do a piece of the pie 100.
I
Unfortunately.
love that one.
So last question for round 1. Besides cheese, this is the most popular pizza topping in the United States. I have David.
What is pepperoni?
That is what we were looking for.
Yeah.
And with that, round 1 is finished. Let's take a look at the scores. So we have David Barron with a commanding 2100.
Woo!
ID's Fantasy not too far behind with 900, and Hyperdroid bringing up the rear for 200. Now keep in mind in round 2 the points are doubled, so it really is still anyone's game.
It's like
I'll need
Whiplash.
that.
Just like Quiplash. Actually, Quiplash was kind of stolen by Jeopardy. Stole that idea from Quiplash. There's been a really long lawsuit. But chat, we will take a very brief commercial break, and we will maneuver on over to round 2. We'll see you over there. Enjoy this very brief commercial break. Hi, Rytoast here with a special deal you don't want to miss. For the next 40 hours, that's right, only 40 hours left, you can be the proud owner of a Rytoast U2's plushie. It's 9 inches large, and it will be in your walls if you get him. If you don't get him, I'll be in your walls, and I'll make sure you never sleep again. Look at all the amazing things this plushie can do. So if you want to get a Rytoast U2's official plushie for your very own, you have to go to this link right here or in the description and go order one right now. Once again, these are hot off the presses and you only have 40 hours left. So get one while you can, because once it's over, they will never be sold again. If you want to be the proud owner of a Rytoast U2's that will never be available again, get yours now. Chat, welcome back from that brief commercial break. We are back with round 2, double FNAF-PARDY. All the points in this are doubled. So, you know, a lot of things can happen. 5 of these questions are worth 1,000 points. So, let's go over those categories. Certainly Uncertain, that deals with lore that is specifically not confirmed yet.
Gosh.
Mechanics Panics, all about actual FNAF mechanics. The Big Screen, all relating to the FNAF movie. What If FNAF Was Real? And Sound Familiar, where it's going to be just different sound effects from the franchise that you have to name.
Why are we skipping over that 4th one? What does that one mean?
So, looking at the board,
FNAF
I believe, who got that last one right? I forget. It was the pepperoni. Was that David?
I did, yeah, that was me.
I'll let you get first swing. Go ahead and pick your question.
What is Mechanics Panics for what is 600?
Sure.
Oh boy.
The area that in early builds of Security Breach Ruin was completely and easily skippable. David.
What is the bakery?
We might have to fact check that. That's not what I have written down. Chicas. How do you know offhand how you're supposed to be able to skip Chica's Bakery?
Yep. All you gotta do is at the elevator before it's right at the spot where you would interact with Mixus, do that whole thing where you see him below and all that. You would go over to near the elevator and you would do this weird scale thing up the fence, jump around it, then you would. Oh, sorry, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. No, it's in the little conveyor section. You would jump up on the wire thing, little wire puzzle thing, jump over the vent, and just walk over to the bakery, and then just jump over the fence.
So I'll give that to you, but that's not the one I have written down. So if ID or Hyper want to try to get the other answer I have here, feel free to buzz in.
No, I'm good.
Going twice?
No,
So the
sure.
answer I had was Roxy Salon, since you could just walk into a corner, put your mask on, and skip it.
Oh yeah, I guess that too. Yeah,
but no,
the game is skippable.
Yeah, there's a lot of skips, and I honestly didn't see that. I knew about the I knew about the salon one. I did not even know about the bakery, but I am seeing a video of it right now, so I'll give that one to you.
Huge.
We'll go back to the board. David.
All right. Mechanics Panics for 800.
Okay. This camera is where players of FNAF 3 try to keep Springtrap in for the majority of the night. David.
This is a weird one because there's two, but what is Cam 9 or what is Cam 2B, depending on your strategy?
I'm gonna have you pick one.
Ooh, I do both. Okay. Generally, I'm gonna say what is Cam 9.
So that's not what I have written down here, actually.
Wait, really?
ID. Or no, Hyper.
Well, I was gonna say what is Cam 9 as well.
Look, I might be in the wrong. I'll let chat. We'll make a poll. I could be in the wrong here. I have Cam 10 written down, the top right corner of the map.
Yeah, my thoughts were either Cam 8 or Cam 10, but I'm not confident enough in my game.
I can nerd emoji this. I can absolutely nerd emoji this. Cam 10's really dangerous because that's an instant shot to your office, while Cam 9 has a few rooms to go through.
Fair, but from what I've seen from doing like a bit of research on the wiki, I saw it was keep him in Cam 10 and keep that one vent shut. But I'll let this one up to chat. I'll say Cam 10, Cam 9. We'll start a poll. We'll give chat about 30 seconds. We'll let them decide. We'll switch over to here.
I'm out here rewriting the game.
This will determine points. Now I believe it was. This is for 800, so chat, this is important, but don't vote with points in mind. Vote with what you think is correct in mind. I am being outvoted, so that's 85 points in, with a commanding lead for Cam 9. So I guess my wiki page just sucks. Because it's closing in. I'll give it like 30 more seconds.
Sometimes you can find the wildest stuff on the wiki pages. Like, it's crazy. I saw like the Michael Afton wiki page sort of have an argument with itself at one point. It was beautiful.
I love that. I love my favorite thing to do is just go on the like really early speculation pages that haven't been touched since like 2015 and be like, what were we thinking back then? What was the goal back then?
Yeah.
Well, with almost a quarter of the votes able to be voted, and I mean how live streams work, it's gonna stay that way. Cam 9 does take it, so I'll give that one to you, David.
Let's go.
So that was for.
When you play FNAF 3 blindfolded long enough, you get to unlearn the cameras. Oh, I hate that so much.
So back to the board.
This is why
David.
I do the lore.
What is mechanics panic for 400?
Okay, I was like, where is he going for it? We're cleaning out the category all about.
I just won't get it over
I'm
with.
getting my lead.
It have to happen eventually.
An animatronic that, although appearing in 5 Click Team FNAF games, has never had the ability to kill the player. Going once.
Wait.
Going twice. David.
What is Balloon Boy?
That is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
In every iteration of Balloon Boy, he's just a little asshole.
It felt too obvious.
What about Nightmare Balloon Boy?
Sure.
Huh.
Well,
in my brain, that was a separate category, but you know what? You're so right. No points for anybody.
Okay.
What kills you? Well, shit.
I was thinking about Nightmare BB, but I was like, there's no one else that doesn't kill you.
I mean, it is DLC though, so.
That's the thing. I'm like, okay, you've got Balloon Boy, but
like, who else?
I mean, look. Yes, it's DLC, but that's my bad. That's my bad. Look. I also get one per round. All right, we'll see.
We're just bug testing mechanics.
That's how
right
it be
now.
sometimes.
We're bug testing.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be a true FNAF project if there wasn't a couple bugs.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
We'll pretend that didn't happen. David, it's your board.
What is mechanics panics for 1K?
Oh shit! All right. This one better be like unambiguous. I swear to God. This is the non-animatronic item in FNAF 6 with the highest liability risk. David.
What is... I don't quite know the name, but it's the bigger ball pit. The one with the ladders. What is...
5.
All Palace? I don't
Not
know.
what we're looking for.
Make it.
Any other tries? Going once. Going twice. We were looking for Gravity Vortex.
Oh, right,
never
that
would have
one! I
gotten that.
totally forgot that one existed.
So, like I mentioned, it's anyone's game. That brings you back down to 2,500, actually.
So sad.
So, no worries, but we have plenty of categories left. No one got that one, so David, it's still your board.
What is Mechanics Panic for 200?
Cleaning out the categories for 200.
Oh
This
boy.
is the only animatronic, please dear God, that can attack you with your camera open in FNAF 1. David,
What is Foxy?
that'd be it. Everyone else is very polite in that game and waits for you to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Although they breathe really loudly.
They do.
David, forced out of the category. Go ahead.
What is
Your
Mechanics
question.
Panic for 2,000? What is Sound Familiar for what is 600?
Oh,
Sure.
dang it.
So, this sound should go through Discord. If it doesn't, let me
Make
know.
sure everything's turned up.
But make sure your sound is turned up on the stream of it. Here's your sound.
Hold up.
We good?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. And here's your sound. Hyper.
What? Who is Mango?
I'm gonna have to say
Mango's
that's
radio.
incorrect. Still technically incorrect, David.
Who is Phantom Mango?
Phantom Mango specifically, it is a different radio
Oh.
noise for FNAF 2
Hyperdroid
Mango.
with our powers combined, we
Oh.
came to the correct answer.
Oh, that's an ampersand, not a $sign. And- boop, boop, boop. David, it's your board.
All right.
Oh, chat could not hear that. That's a great point.
Ooh.
That's awkward.
Chat, now you can. I fixed it. Sorry about that.
Well, guys, if you didn't hear it, it was Phantom Mangle.
It was Phantom. It was
Nah.
chat. It was that like really fucking annoying like the Phantom Mangle does.
Yeah.
They should replace it. It's like a mode
That sounds like it's
that's
been put through like
already red.
several filters.
Yeah. But I believe I fixed it. I'll make sure. I can't go back in that question, so if you can't hear the next one, oops. But I think I fixed it. But that would be David, your board.
What if FNAF was real for 600?
The company that merged with Chuck E. Cheese in the late 80s to early 90s. David.
What is Showbiz Pizza Time Theater?
I mean, you didn't have to say the full legal name, but yeah, Showbiz Pizza. That's the one we're looking for.
I'm cautious about hitting the buzzer now.
David, it's your board.
What if FNAF was real for 400?
Oh gosh.
The name of the controversial event of Chuck E. Cheese to capitalize off of the popularity of the FNAF movie without a direct tie-in. David,
What is 5 Nights of Fun?
that's what we're looking for.
Oh,
You are on fire, sir.
It's starting to climb, but like I said, there's still 4,000
Oh, yeah.
points on the board.
Just on.
These
David,
are just
it's-
not categories I'm good at.
Well, I mean, we got plenty. David, it's your board.
What is Sound Familiar for 800?
Sound for me for 800. Chat, please. I'm pretty sure I fixed this. Oops, if I didn't. This is your sound. Once again, that was. It's a quick one. I'll play it one more time for you. David.
What is the spring lock twisting sound in the FNAF 5 Night 4 game?
That is not the sound I'm looking
Dang
for.
it.
that's very specific.
One more. I'll play it a couple more times. Going once.
I don't
Going
know,
twice.
Oh no! I don't believe it.
This was what we were looking for. Was what is Helpy fucking dying? It's when
Really?
he misses the ball pit.
Oh,
That is the
yeah.
sound that
See, I
plays
have
when
a
he
feeling
misses.
thought
his
it was a
voice
lot higher
scary,
pitch.
Therefore, I was kind of doomed from the start.
Yeah, that was,
Apparently they still couldn't hear it.
you still can hear it. What do you mean you couldn't hear
Apparently.
it? I saw it on my screen. Advanced audio properties, music, monitor, and output. What are you talking about? Hold on. We're gonna go to a screen you can't see my screen for a second. I'm gonna pull up YouTube, and if you can't hear, I don't know what to do.
We've got some
and
fun sound
six.
effects.
Shut. Blooper mode, 10-hour loop. Fine.
This
God.
is
Oh, it's
Not-
disputed.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. Chat. Can you hear music right now? Because
Is
you
it
should be
camera?
It's
able to
actually
hear it.
called Thank You for Your Patience, and I use it as my outro music.
I'm now playing music, chat.
See, if any of the sound questions are about song titles, I will be on top of most of some of that.
There's like a 10-second delay, so I gotta wait for it. Not at all? What do you mean? It says it on OBS. Advanced audio properties. Music. Okay, wait. I think I fixed it. Can you hear it now? Now I and you should be able to hear this. Well, I mean, there's like a 7-second delay, so we'll see what chat says when they get there.
I like this song.
This shit fire, and it's just silence.
It's nothing.
There's a reason I use it in my videos.
You still can't hear it? I don't know what the issue is. Chat, you're just gonna be cheated out of that category, unfortunately.
Rip.
Because
Well,
OBS
for those
says
of you
it's
who
there.
didn't hear it in chat, the last sound was "Help Me Frickin' Dying."
Look at stream Discord settings. What do you mean? Discord?
Huh?
Oh, are you saying that because I'm streaming audio into Discord, it won't stream to OBS?
That's not the case.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, no, that's not a thing.
All right, I'll look into this later, but for the meantime, you're beat. I don't know what else to say, unfortunately. Luckily, there's only 3 more of us.
Rightos can audibly recreate the noise.
Yeah, from here on out, I will audibly do my best to mimic that noise. You need some? We'll figure it out. All right, so that was nobody's answer, but I believe, David, you picked that?
Uh-huh.
So it is your board.
What if FNAF was real for what is 800?
During the COVID-19 lockdown, Chuck E. Cheese began selling food through delivery apps under this ghost kitchen name.
I'm aware that this was a thing. I don't know what it was.
Going once. Going twice. The answer we were looking for was Pasquale's Pizza and Wings.
I have never heard of this.
Named
I
after
think I heard
the
about it
chef
once
character
in
on
whatever
stage.
food theory video was about it.
Well, David, it's back to you. No one answered that correctly.
Yeah. Let's switch it up. What is the big screen for what is 400?
The big screen for 400.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The original studio that picked up the film rights to FNAF before dropping it in 2017. David.
What is Warner Brothers?
That is what we were looking for.
Yeah.
It's your board.
What is the big screen for what is 600?
The name of MatPat's character cameo in the FNAF movie. ID.
Who is Ness?
That's what we're looking for. You are
Dang it.
C2. There we go.
I was gonna guess Jeremy. It had to have been Jeremy.
I mean, with this franchise, that's not a bad guess. It's very possible.
Got a decent chance, honestly.
So ID, it's your board. Go ahead and pick your question.
All right. Certainly uncertain for 600.
A character from Fazbear Frights that some believe is the true identity of the vengeful spirit of Ultimate Custom Night. That would be Hyper.
Who is Andrew?
That's what we're looking for.
Point.
Exactly. Hey, and we're out of the
so weird for
negatives.
them,
We're back into the positives. Let's go, Hype. Hyper, it's your drawer. It's your board.
The big screen for 1,000.
Oh.
We're going for it. These are the 3, I need to specify, real-world locations that are directly shown or referenced in the FNAF movie.
What's the third one?
Going once. Going twice. Oh, ID?
What is Nebraska, Minnesota, and Sparky's?
I'm going to fact check Sparky's on you.
Because I'm pretty sure Matt Pat mentioned in his video that it was an actual place that they went to.
Because that's not what I will say. That's not exactly what I have written down here.
I'm 99% because I'm pretty sure they're like, oh, there was this old diner thing, and I don't know. Because it was an actual diner. I don't know. Maybe. I could be completely misremembering.
You're telling me
I mean,
that Freddy
it's
Fazbear's
super possible.
real?
It's super possible, but I don't know off the rip, so I'm just gonna double check.
It was a real diner. I remember he said that. It was like a shut down diner.
Exactly.
But
I mean, if the sign is real, I'll give it to you.
Yay!
But I just want to
Yeah,
double check, so I'm going to his little like, because I can't. What am I supposed to? I can't just like Google is Sparky's
That
real?
would be little...
But I can go onto his video real quick and like tab through it to get to him talking about the diner. I guess let me move the screen over to you guys so it's not just that in big bold text. Chad, how you doing tonight? It's me. Okay, so there's the video. Mute that in case that also goes through now that suddenly some sound works and some sound doesn't.
According to Chad, it's a real thing.
I mean, if chat's saying it's real, I'm leaning towards I believe that being a real place. I didn't think about that. Oh, here's him talking about the place. Oh, I see a sign. That is a real sign for Sparky's. All right, yeah. I'll give that to you. Now that isn't what I've been going for, so I'll give that to you, but I did see Hyper you tabbed in.
It's
so I have to hit skip
City,
team, but you're not getting wrong.
Okay.
So you did get it right, but don't worry about the buzzer. Hyper.
What is Oklahoma City?
That was the third one I was going
one.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nebraska is the poster, Minnesota is in the legal paperwork, and the map in Steve Ragland's office is Oklahoma City.
Oh.
But you both get that point.
Yay!
So
We're slowly catching up, ID.
We're getting there.
I'm out of mechanics to nerd out about.
We're in the categories we actually know stuff in.
You say slowly, but suddenly it's a very heated race. Everyone in the thousands
I'm not looking
of dollars.
at the actual score, so I don't even know what's going on.
Well, to give you guys a re-up, David Barron is currently at $4,700. ID, you are at $2,500, and Hyper, you're at $1,200. So you're all in the thousands.
Ooh.
But ID, it is your board.
Okay. Certainly uncertain for 800.
This is the name of the anime-style cinematics of UCN, featuring Freddy, Foxy, and Mangle. ID?
What is Bear of Revenge? Or
Unfortunately,
Vengeance?
that's not correct. Hyper.
What is Bear of Vengeance?
Bear of Vengeance, specifically, is what we were looking
Fair
for.
enough.
Very close, though.
Names.
So
I did technically add or Vengeance afterwards, but I understand not getting the point based on that. It's like, wait.
Math. I got subtraction is hard sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, this one is in this category not because like it's like unconfirmed if it exists. It's just like
People have debates over it.
Yeah, we're not sure what it means. But Hyper, it's your board.
Certainly uncertain for 1,000.
We're going for it. This is the list of actions in correct order within the coded poem of Security Breach between the phrases "No blunt woes" and "Cry not, try not."
What?
I'll let the timer run through, so you have 20 seconds. But ID.
Dodge, duck, flash, shoot, crawl, run, crush the vile band.
I'm gonna just double check. I realize now that I can't check that without showing the answer, so I'm just gonna really quick.
Unless I'm just taking the wrong part of the code. That's the one thing that's weird in there that I think I have actually memorized
There's
for
a
whatever
code?
reason.
So say it one more time for me.
Dodge, duck, flash, shoot, crawl, run, crush the vile band.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And then it's cry not, try not, do not, hold out hope, know your life, your aim will save those with soul.
How do you remember that? The whole thing.
I had my video on the post-it note room back in December of last year. and it has not left my mind
That was
since.
all in the post-it note
Okay.
room.
I'm so
it
sorry to make
relates
you.
to Gregbot, and therefore...
I'm really dumb.
Oh.
I'm so sorry to make you do this again, but the page refreshed when you said it. One more time. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Dodge, duck, flash, shoot, crawl, run, crush the vile band.
That is correct. We were looking for dodge,
Yay!
duck, flash, shoot, crawl, run, crush the vile band.
I was actually like thinking about this. Like, what if there was a question about this earlier?
I figured like for 1,000, that's a hell of a thing to remember. So,
Yeah.
ID, it's your board.
What is certainly uncertain for 400?
Certainly uncertain for 400. The minigame that most fans disagree is the most cryptic part of Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria Simulator. David,
What is Midnight Motorist?
that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I know that one.
Chat, I see you. I do need to address chat for a moment. I do see you. Chat is accusing you of not saying what is ID, not saying what is, but I gave everyone one and you haven't used yours yet. So that was your one.
Yay.
So chat, don't worry, I see you, but everyone gets their one. So currently David has not used his one yet.
Yeah.
So
Man,
that's
if
for
I didn't get the
400.
points from that for not saying what is, I probably... Oh, man, that would suck.
That would have hurt. That would have hurt. All right, but David, it is your board.
What is sound familiar for what is 400?
Okay, so chat, again, for whatever reason, even though OBS says you can hear it, apparently you cannot hear this. So I will recreate the noise for you before we hear it answer. But here's the noise for our contestants. Hyper, I see that. The noise for our, in case you couldn't hear it, because apparently you can't, was ooh eh, ooh eh, ooh eh. Hyper, what is Hyper? What's your answer for that?
What is FNAF 3's loading into a night sound? I don't know what you want to call
We'll
it.
give that to you. The
Yeah.
FNAF 3 night start sound effect. But yeah,
One of the few
that's,
things I actually am aware of.
Chad, I hope that brought you back like Ratatouille style to the game. All right. So, Hyper, it's your board.
Sound familiar 1000.
Oh.
We're going for
Oh,
it. So here for our contestants, here is your sound.
I know.
I'll let it play fully. Chat, the best way I can recreate this one for you is I'm going to take a metal thing and I'm just going to smack it a couple times. I'm just going to... Oh, that's not hollow enough. It's like... It's kind of like that.
But more clinky.
More clinky, very clinky. But I
Can you
see...
play the sound again?
Yes, I'll play the sound again, but I do see Hyper
Okay,
rigged in, so I'll play the sound again. But before I do, Hyper,
What is Night 2 Biddy Bab opening up the vent?
that is what
Fair
we're
enough.
looking for. Is what is the Biddy Babs tapping at the desk hiding spot in Night 2 of Sister Location? For
Huge.
1,000. Let me adjust
Climbing
that
back up.
point. Yeah, let's do a quick as we go back to the board with 1,000 left and 800, a couple 200s. Let's just do a quick score recap. It is getting neck and neck, folks. Everyone within 2,000 point range, anyone's game, let alone final FNAF-PARDY, where anyone can wager as many points as they want to. But Hyper, it is your board.
Sound familiar 200.
Sound from
Get rid of the
200.
category.
Chad, I'm so sorry, but I am gonna have to recreate this one for you. I'm gonna play this one for our contestants first. Chad, it's kind of like a ah. I don't know how else to-
Really is it?
but I do see David buzzed in.
What is the FNAF 2 jump scare sound?
That is the.
You could have just said
Jump
freedom. You could have said freedom.
Can't distinguish between the jump scares.
Everyone thought he said freedom when it first launched.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
That
I
is
kind of hear it, but
I
like that's a
remember that
stra-
from when the trailer first dropped.
It's FNAF.
You know-
When are people not making stretches?
Okay, but it gives the same energy of the what was that one, like you play the FNAF 2 trailer or the FNAF 3 trailer backwards?
Backwards
It was
and-
like
Oh,
Mike is a
killed all.
killer. Mike
Yeah.
killed all. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, see people in chat, Withered Foxy, the freedom. That's the trailer ended.
It's really good. All right, but David, it is your board.
The big screen for 800.
This screenplay was mentioned in Scott's 2020 Reddit post listing off the rejects. Its verdict was burned with fire. ID.
What is Plushies Take Manhattan?
It is What is Plushies
What?
Take Manhattan. I think we
want
should
that
have
to come
gotten
out.
that.
That'd
Yeah,
be
I
fire.
think that's
Yeah.
a really good movie we should get.
We really should.
We need it.
It'd be so funny.
ID, it is your board.
What if FNAF was real for 1,000?
It had to happen. Now,
Yep.
I forgot to update the question. This is still about Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
Okay.
The full name of the guitarist, a bloodhound dog
Oh.
hailing from Tennessee.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, wait, you don't know about the bloodhound dog hailing from Tennessee? We're going once, going twice. What is Jasper T. Jowls?
I was thinking back to my 5 nights at Chuck E. Cheese grinding. It was Harper or Jasper. I couldn't decide.
Everyone's favorite household name, Jasper T. Jowls, the cowboy dog.
Dang it.
Oh my gosh.
But nobody answered that one correctly, so ID, it is back to you.
The big screen 200.
Big screen for 200. The company who handled the creation of the animatronics for the FNAF movie. David.
Who is the Jim Henson Creature Shop?
What is the Jim Henson Creature Shop? That is correct. Let me all right. So, David, it's your board.
I'm staying as far away from lore as I possibly can. What is FNAF was real for what is 200?
I do want to shout out a couple people in chat actually knew Jasper T. Jowls, so kind of respect to that. What if FNAF was real for 200? The full legal name of Chuck E. Cheese. David.
What is Charles Entertainment Cheese?
That is his government
Actually, know
given
that one.
his government given name.
I have
Charles
laughed about that
Entertainment
for
Cheese.
years.
It's a great name. And I once again will pick the final question of the round. Certainly
fair.
uncertain for 200. The current most popular identity of Patient 46. ID.
Who is Gregory?
Who is Gregory?
Who is
Not saying it's correct,
46?
but I'm saying that is the current most common belief. Let me.
So you know the
adjust
retro
your point.
CDs. Those are some of the therapy sessions.
Oh,
Patient
I never
46 is the one
listened
who's
to them.
not Vanessa.
So we're going into Final FNAF-PARDY. We will have one commercial break while our contestants decide how much they want to wager, and they will DM me privately via Discord or whatever works for ideally.
What are
Discord,
our
'cause I can
current
look at it.
scores?
Yeah, what's the
I'm
score?
pulling that up now. So our current scores going into Final FNAF-PARDY are David Barron at 5,700, ID's Fantasy at 3,700, and Hyperdroid at 3,400. So anyone's game. Again, you can wager any amount of points, but if you get the question wrong, you will lose that amount of points. Now, I want to specify something. Now, I shouldn't technically say this because it is kind of giving a hint, but the nature of the question will be I have a feeling it's going to be more akin to The Price is Right. It's going to be less who gets it right and more who gets it closest.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and we're not going to do
Okay.
Price is Right rules where like you can't go over some bullshit, but like whoever gets it the closest is probably who's going to get this. So I do want to
Okay.
specify that. But before we go to our commercial break, and I'll give the category for the question, and our contestants can decide over the commercial break how much they're willing to wager. The category is listing losses. Listing losses. So we will see you after this commercial break. Have a good one, chat. Hi, Rytoast here with a special deal you don't want to miss. For the next 40 hours, that's right, only 40 hours left, you can be the proud owner of a Rytoast U2's plushie. It's 9 inches large, and it will be in your walls if you get him. If you don't get him, I'll be in your walls, and I'll make sure you never sleep again. Look at all the amazing things this plushie can do. So if you want to get a Rytoast U2's official plushie for your very own, you have to go to this link right here or in the description and go order one right now. Once again, these are hot off the presses and you only have 40 hours left. So get one while you can because once it's over, they will never be sold again. If you want to be the proud owner of a Rytoast U2's that will never be available again, get yours now. Chat, you're acting like something was wrong with that advertisement. I don't know why everyone's freaking out. But again, that plushie link is in the description, so please order them. You have like 40 hours. Go get it. Anyway, so I will go through we'll bring up our guests. You don't have to say how much you've wagered. I just have it written down. What we'll do is I'm going to show the question. You'll have a minute to write down, again, privately DM me your answer. You'll have a full minute.
Okay.
Honestly, with the nature of it, I'll give you 2 minutes. And at the end of the 2 minutes, we'll go through everyone's answer and adjust points according to who is the most right.
All right.
We don't need the
there's
buzzer
a
anymore?
chance. You won't need the buzzer for this. And I
Okay.
mean, there's a chance that you get it right, but I just, knowing like how like humans are as people, I have a feeling it'll be more so who gets it the most right. So let me set my timer up, go to the screen, pull up this, continue. Just enter 0 for that. We're not using the on-screen points.
Okay.
Sorry, you do need the buzzer just to enter 0 for this. All right. So listing losses, your answer that you need to figure out the question for, and honestly, forget the question format. It doesn't make sense for this. List as many on-screen dead bodies within official FNAF games as you can. Your time starts now. And I guess I'll talk to chat. I'll mute myself so y'all can't hear me, and I'll mute you so chat can't hear you. Chat, how's it going tonight? I hope you're enjoying it. I want to do these more often, but we'll see how often I can. We will definitely, we'll be doing this at least a couple more times. So it's a matter of like how many trivia questions can one person come up with. Keep in mind, Friday we'll be streaming again the Glitched Attraction because we're practicing speedruns for the Sunday event. David Barron is hosting a speedrun tournament charity event on Sunday. It's going to be a big thing. It's him and Astral Spiff are commentating. Myself and many other FNAF tubers are going to be in there. It's going to be super fun. I'll see you Sunday. I believe it starts noon EST. I could be wrong, but check his social medias to figure it out. See a couple super chats. Crashmaster with the $5. Thank you. Very kind. Literally bought mine a few minutes ago. Happy I'll have and be able to avoid whatever that was. I don't know what you're talking about. But no, and yes, again, the Rytoast official YouTube's plushie, I keep pushing it so much because it will never be available again. This is the only time you'll ever be able to get it. I bought a couple extra, so I'll probably do some giveaways down the line. But as far as guaranteeing to buy one for yourself, it's over Friday, 3 p.m. EST. So make sure you grab one of those. Who I think is going to win, I have no idea. It really comes down to this, because they're close enough that the wager is going to be so important. Do we count Midnight Motor's Grave? It's not confirmed. So I would say no. I can think of 5, but there's probably more. I thought of a few. I could even be missing some. I'm open to that. But I do have my own list. What about the bodies in Foxy Go Go Go? I didn't count those, but to be fair... No, wait, I did count those. I counted those. If it's a minigame, it still counts. But we have 3, 2, 1. Your time is up. If you haven't sent it to me yet, please send it to me as soon as you can. I understand you're probably still typing, but just hit that enter button and we'll call it there.
There are too many technicalities in this franchise.
Yeah,
there are a lot of technicalities, so I'm willing to hear arguments. But we're gonna go. Essentially, we'll go through each of your lists and we'll make sure that those count.
We had to make a list. I just wrote a number.
I mean, if you wrote a number, that's fine too.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Like, you know what I mean. It depends on how your brain works. You know what I mean.
Okay.
But we will go. I guess we'll go straight down the line. So, David, I'm gonna pull up. You wrote down 11. So let me put yours down. Space. ID, you put down 23.
Oh.
Let me write that down.
I was counting different minigames as different instances of dead bodies.
I did as well in my list.
Sage, how many are there?
So, Hyperdroid, you put down 14. Let me go to my list. Now, I could be wrong, and I'm open to that, but here's my list as I have it. Let me go back to the screen. Oh, that's the ad. Don't worry about that. So I have, and I listed this at like the amount, but I did have the number written down somewhere, but I don't see it, so I'm just gonna write it down as I go. But from what I could tell from doing some research, there's 1 in the game over screen of FNAF. There is 5 in the Foxy Go 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 minigame, 5 in the Save Them minigame, and 1 in Take Cake to the Children, and 4 in Give Gifts. So far we're at 16.
Yeah.
What about
FNAF
the
3, there's 1
I
in
didn't-
Springtrap and 1 in Follow Me, becoming Springtrap. I did not count the crying child in FNAF 4 at the end because he's not dead yet.
Technically,
Oh,
that could also
well,
apply to
you
all
hear the
iterations of
heartbeat
William
go.
because he is not dead.
That's fair. You could definitely argue it.
So I did not count William in any of my assessments. Neither did I. I don't know if I counted Michael in there either because he.
I
Didn't
did count
stay dead.
undead as dead.
Okay.
Okay.
But again, it's a weird one. Sister location, there's the 2 on-screen engineers, and then as well as Michael in the cutscene. So at this point, we're at... shoot, I lost count already. We're at 16, 18, 21. 21. FNAF 6, there's Scrap Trap, there's a body in there. And in the security puppet minigame, we do see Charlie's corpse. So we're at 23. I saw some people in the chat mentioning there are 5 in Give Gifts. You are so correct. Good call, chat. I saw some folks in chat mentioning Midnight Motorist, but that's arguable, so I would not count it.
There's also,
Yeah.
do you count FNAF World, the desk guy dying? Because that's who I counted.
Oh,
That's a
them.
great point. No, that is a great point. I'll add that one on there.
Hyperdrive, what was
and
your
then
number
in
again?
Security breach.
14.
Security breach, we're at 1 Vanessa in the fire escape. At the very end when she, splats. You could argue if it's not Vanessa or like a robot, but I mean, as far as we're aware, that's
I
her
don't
body.
think that Vanessa's a robot, so.
Fair. But so I have a total of 26,
Okay.
I forgot about the multiple iterations of the same characters.
which would give IDs as the closest. So let me go over some...
And I didn't even count, like, the Williams.
IDs at 23, giving her the closest. So I'm going to adjust point totals all at the same time. So chat, you'll know where we're at the same time.
Oh.
So let me just adjust it on my end and then save them all as quick as I can together. All right, so chat. Adjusting for the wagers that were made, our final score totals in 3rd place, Hyperdroid with 0. Wagering, going all in.
Ooh.
Respectable move. Very respectable move. David Barron
That was a mistake.
wagering a respectable 1,000, getting it wrong though, going down to a still in the lead 4,700. IDs getting it closest, being 3 off, but again closest. Also went all in, making IDs Fantasy the winner of the first ever FNAF. It was a
Go big or go
wonderful
home,
match,
man.
everybody. Go big or go home. I mean, hey, it is a respectable move. But yeah, that was FNAF pretty. So once again, we'll go through our guests and give everyone a little bit of time to talk. But their links are in the title. If you click those usernames, it will take you straight to their channel. Hyperdroid, why don't you tell us what your channel is and what you do?
My YouTube channel is Hyperdroid. Obviously, subscribe to me. Timeline video coming out this weekend, Sunday, Monday, and Supreme Guide coming out on the 18th of December. That's the final day.
I'm very excited for that because I need to update my asset folder. I'm very excited to see that get released. So check that out, chat. David Barron, I have a feeling you're going to go a little bit longer of what you're about to shout out. So IDs, give the floor to you.
All right.
What do you, as the winner, what is your channel about? What do you do? Anything coming up?
All right. I do primarily FNAF theories. I released my own FNAF timeline a couple weeks ago, so go check that out, and then you can compare with Hyperdroid, see what you like, which stuff you like from each. And I'm currently potentially going to be working on the theme of modern FNAF and how that matters to the theories that we're making.
I'm very excited to see it. So chat, once again, both of their links are in the title. David Barron, do you have any upcoming events coming up?
I do, but I want to clarify. I don't do timeline videos. I want to make sure that is clear.
Yeah, what is your channel, and then what do you have going
I
on?
just play the games fast and hard. I make them very difficult for myself. But in exactly 3 days, there is a rather pretty cool event, a charity event, if you will. That's we're speedrunning. Everyone's speedrunning. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be chaos, and you better not miss it because we're raising money to help prevent cancer, which is not POG. We don't like cancer.
But raising money to prevent cancer is POG.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Cancer is not
It's-
POG.
Very Pog. I believe I put the link for that in the description for the watch page. If not, David Barron's link is in the title. Go click it, and it'll be there. Turn on notifications if you're not a loser. Once again, chat, this is for you specifically, chat. You have like 2 days, or this man disappears forever. Buy him. Subliminally message, buy him. And not even subliminally, I'm liminally messaging you. Buy the plushie.
Buy it.
But that was the first ever episode or show thing event of FNAF-PARDY. Thank everybody for joining. Thank you, chat, for being here. Thank you, our wonderful contestants, for going. And until next time, have a good night and stay toasty.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And there's a
Bye.
weird delay. I don't know exactly what it is, so I'm going to wait until I see my hand wave and then hit end stream. This part might still be on the stream. I've never figured that out. So
Stream in 3
And
days.
I'm done and assume that like it'll just